Hey, so today I'm out here. We're in the negative degrees here Fahrenheit, and Mama Rabbit keeps building her nest out of the nest box. And normally I would just move the nest box, but because it's so cold, so cold, she needs to be under a heat light. These babies are going to need to be under a heat light because it's just too cold. So I keep coming out here about every little bit and gathering up all her nesting materials and going ahead and putting them in the nest box under the heat light. Now, I had one yesterday that kept doing this, and then she had hers last night, and she did have them in the box. So sometimes they're just a little temperamental about where they want to have the nest. And so, if I could move the heat light, I would. But as you can see here, I'm going to show you our heat lights. They're on a board and they're mounted all the way down the run of rabbits. So it's not like I can just move her nest box because they're mounted. And every one of these other heat lights are on another mama who needs to have it in a certain place for her babies. So it's very important when it's this cold. I know a lot of people are like, baby rabbits are meant to survive cold temperatures, and they are. And some people get all nervous. They're like, oh, it's 30 degrees. 30 degrees is perfectly fine. But once it drops, like I said, we're in the negatives. It's really important that they have a little bit of heat source for those babies. And these are just 125 watt heat bulbs. So they're not like the 250 or anything. And it's really important when they're getting ready to have babies, like this one. She's trying to use this for her litter box, and that's not good. So we just have to keep working on them. It's trying when the temperatures are so cold. I give them hay to sit on. But when these babies are coming under extreme temperatures, I do like to keep their heat lamps on them. But like I said, these are 125 or 150. I don't recommend a 250 at all for rabbits. It will actually burn up, and you can see how far these heat lights are above. So, I have a tall cage, and then the heat lights, you don't want anything touching the heat lights. Be sure your heat lights are not touching the cage, because then if the rabbits jump around and it would happen to bust one of the heat lights, that's when you have danger of fire. So you want to make sure. But we made this homemade. It's cheaper than getting like the heat lamps and stuff. They'll run you about $8 to, depending, you can get them for as cheap as $8. And then the some of them, I think Ursula's yesterday was $10. And these little light fixtures here are $1.48 at Lowe's. You can just use an extension cord or wiring. So it's a lot cheaper in a 2x4. These are my males, my bucks over here. I still give them hay when it's really cold, just to protect their feet a little. These are her other mamas. And last night, Miss Cricket had her babies, and you can see how she had that. I have that the nest box right under the light, but it's not too hot. That's the biggest thing, is making sure they're not too hot. And her babies are all back there and snuggling. And you can see how she likes that light too. She likes to get up underneath there and get warm. But that will keep them babies from freezing. So we got lots of babies over the next few days gonna be born. Hey, Miss Cricket. Miss Cricket? Yeah? Let's see if we can have a little peeky. Oh, see how they're down there. Really nice. They're just a wiggling. They're all fine. Make sure you put that fur right back over them. And I give them a lot of hay so they have lots of nesting material if they want it. And you can see she ate all her sunflower seeds. I made a video the other day telling how I give everybody sunflower seeds during the winter. Sunflower seeds create heat. You have to be careful with sunflower seeds in the summer because it will actually make your rabbits overheat. But during the winter, that's one way to get your rabbits to create more natural internal body heat. And as soon as you give them their sunflower seeds, about a tablespoon a day is what I do. They just gobble it up. They love them. So anyways, that's what we're doing. I come out about every hour when I know they're in birthing mode. Like when she's making her nest and she's actively trying to. And look at her. We're going to watch her because she's probably going to try to take her nest and pull it back out again. Yes, she is. So I may end up having to do something with her. I'm not sure because, yep, she is persistent that she wants her nest over here and not where I want her to have it. Take care of all your critters when it's cold. It's really hard on them.